luckily they didn't fence us.
I was happy with our. Was happy with a couple things. Our three-point defense. Their perimeter guys are tough to defend, quick, and they can shoot. They pose some problems with their one-on-one ability and their shot-making ability and their quickness. Second thing, we held Derek Griffin to 3 offensive rebounds after what he did the other night at Louisville. We were obviously concerned with his rebounding. I thought Kyle's defensive rebounding was the best it's been probably all year. His blocking out, his defensive rebounding. Our defensive rebounding got us out on the break. So we had 34 defensive rebounds because of our stops, and then finishing the possession with a rebound. It got us out on a break. That helped us get some separation and pull away. So those were 2 areas I was really happy with. Obviously, the assist to turnovers, 26-3 is kind of unheard of. But like I've said all along, this team should be a low turnover team.
Like the way they bounced back from Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday's a distant memory to me. So I just worry about the next game. I'm getting old. I've been around here a long time, so I'm pretty trained. I think even if you win, you got to improve. As a coach, try to tell the guys, you shouldn't have to lose to improve. And you got to be smart enough to know that you always got to keep improving. So it gets a lot harder to win games in January for everybody. Coaches figure out strengths and weaknesses. Conference play is brutal. I don't care what conference you're in. I know some conferences are supposedly, all conference games are tough, and you got to get better. So, my focus is, get better no matter what. I think the guys, we got some of the guys still adjusting to my intensity in practice. You try to teach kids they got to be consistent with their effort and their focus. Young people struggle to pay attention to anything, let alone high-level basketball and trying to learn. So I just, experience tells me you got to improve at all times.
Yeah, Cumberland and Scott had their career highs. You talk about how much they've developed since day one.
Well, it's just one game. So, I've been coming in here for 11 years. Every time a young guy has a game, they say, is he comfortable now? And he was tonight. Jaron's had some really good practices. I've been on him to be aggressive. I was more happy with his defense and his rebounding. He had 3 at half. Because I've been on him about not living behind the line. Really been on all our perimeter guys about that. But I knew it was going to show eventually he can play. So he was able to get into a comfort zone. But his intensity is a big adjustment from playing high school basketball to college. Nobody understands it. Everybody thinks it's just a coach making excuses. And if a kid was being honest, he will tell you when he's available to the media now that the semester's over. He'll next media session. If he's honest, he'll tell you it's just a huge adjustment, the intensity level, just the practices alone and everything you're getting hit with, and it just takes some time. It really takes time. So obviously he's getting better. Trey's had some good games for us. Tonight was a game of athleticism. Once it got going up and down, Trey excels obviously in those type of games.
You said why you didn't start Kyle Washington?
Yeah, I'm the head coach and I get to start whoever I want. It's a great thing. I also get to get all the blame when we lose. But I get paid well, so I don't mind.
Is it a carryover from the last game?
No, I just decided I wanted to start Quadri more. I base who starts off of things that happen in practice. Okay, so I wasn't happy with practice. I thought one guy practiced better than the other guy. And there may be other ones. So I've told our guys, one thing I worry about with this team is complacency. At times I think that we don't have the toughness level all the time that I think we need to have to get where we want to go.
Was that a factor on Saturday, you think?
Saturday's over. I don't have any comments. I said everything I need to say about Saturday. To me, the only Saturday is this Saturday against FDU. I think I was pretty explicit in my thoughts on Saturday.
could you say what specifically you wanted to work on in practice the last few days?
Yeah, it would have nothing to do with our last game.
Okay, okay.
I'm just focused on getting better. And I tell you, with this team, I've said this from the beginning, we have a tendency to be skilled, nice people, and that doesn't win. It's not going to win a conference because you get 9 road games, and it's not going to get you where you want to go in March because you're going to have to beat some really good people and display a lot of toughness. When teams take things away from you, you can't just let it happen. So, we've got, I will tell you, an area where we've got to get better is our execution has got to improve. When we are in a dogfight and another team is hot and scoring on us, and I call a play, we've got to be able to execute it and get what we want and get the shot we need in that moment, down the stretch. And I thought that was a glaring weakness in our 2 losses. So we've been working on, but we've been working on that since the Rhode Island game. We can't just rely on passing around and somebody make a play. You got to execute. You got to be able to execute out of a timeout. You got to execute the things that you practice and get what you want with the game on the line. So that's an area where we're really trying to improve. That and our defense. On our 2 losses, we give up 40 and 45 in the second half of those games. So we're obviously constantly working on your defense. All right, fellas.